What drew you to the early childhood profession? I was drawn to the early childhood profession by my passion for children. I like the innocence of children and their genuine and likable characteristic. Being around them makes me feel fulfilled and happy. I believe that early childhood is one of the underrated stages of life because people just assume that children need to grow up first before proper plans are put in place. On the contrary, I believe that childhood is the most crucial stage in life because it lays the foundation and influence for other stages of life. Bearing this in mind, I always want to be part of this foundation by helping children have a strong foundation. I have always strived to pass on valuable skills, observe and inspire children to obtain their full potential. Furthermore, I like what I am good at working with children because I get along with them easily. That is another reason I feel I can effectively function in early childhood profession. What do you consider to be your chief responsibilities as an early childhood professional? One of the most responsibilities of early child professional is caring for children. The professional have the role of ensuring that the children under the care are not harmed in any way and are safe from abuse. Early childhood professionals are also responsible for helping children develop social skills. For instance, they teach and train children with basic methods of communication and encourage them to socialize and interact with others. In case there is a child who seems isolated, the professional have the duty to help the child to learn how to make friends and to not to feel left out. Every childhood professional have the responsibility of planning, organizing, and facilitating activities for children to stimulate and nurture them to achieve all-round growth. For instance, they are responsible for nurturing the physical, mental, and emotional development of children under their care. The professionals also have the responsibility for creating and implementing a learning curriculum that offers children hands-on learning experience and help children to develop academically, physically, socially, and emotionally. What is the role of collaboration in professional practice addressing collaboration with other professionals as well as families. Early childhood professionals cannot excel in isolation. Instead, they need to collaborate with fellow professionals and families to achieve their goal. One of the most crucial partnerships that the professional needs to have is with family. The professional needs to work hard in hand with families to help children attain holistic growth and development. For example, early child professional will update parents about the progress of children and point out positive and negative things that the child is displaying at school. When a child exhibits a problem, the professional will seek information about the problem and together create a method of assisting the child. Early childhood professionals need to work with fellow professionals to share information and create plans for ensuring holistic learning and environment approaches and develop approaches. Furthermore, early childhood professional partners with fellow professionals create meaningful learning experience and programs that aid in child development. Early child professionals have to work with education leaders to help in creation of policies that enhance better childhood learning and growth. What strategies do you routinely utilize to ensure that you are critically reflecting on your own growth as an EC professional? One of the most strategies I have used to ensure that I critically reflect on my growth as an early child professional is thinking about my teaching practice and program decision. I reflect on the teaching practice I use from time to time and evaluate whether they are suitable for my students and are achieving the intended result. However, I periodically assess the program decisions that I make and figure out whether they are effective and of benefits of young learners. These assessments help me to figure out whether I am achieving in my practice. Another strategy that I use to critically reflect on my growth are the learning outcomes of my students. I assess how many learners achieve their measurable skills, ability, and knowledge during the doing and after courses to determine my growth professionally. I also assess my professional growth as a EC professional by focusing on my instruction skills. The way I deliver knowledge and skills to my learners matters significantly because it influences the learning and development process. I often assess how I deliver learning content compared to how my learners absorb and accommodate it to rate my professional growth. Briefly describe an issue that might be focus of current or future advocacy efforts and explain why advocacy is a hallmark of professional in the childhood field. One issue that the current advocacy effects should focus on is anti-bias activities. There is a need to create learning activities that give every learner a chance to thrive. Despite the efforts directed towards enhancing inclusivity, there is still much to do in regards to learning activities for early childhood learning. Therefore, there is need to advocate for learning activities that prioritize the needs of all learners. Advocacy is a hallmark of professional and learning childhood field because children have a voice of their own. For instance, children will not understand or protest if they are subject to unequal treatment or systems that is discriminatory. Advocating for their rights shows for professionalism because it shows readiness. Furthermore, early childhood advocacy is an indicator of professionalism because it focuses on improving the lives of children and families. Being an advocate to children shows genius and dedication to practice, thus an indicator of professionalism. Thank you.